says ah. Hannah says ah, or Hannah says cute, which is lindo in Espanol.
This is my actual guinea pig.
Oh my goodness.
And that's what the picture. So it's as close as I could get to my guinea pig.
Ah. Que su nombre? What's his name?
Her. It's a her, and it's Dashamis.
Dashamis. Oh my goodness. I would love for you to read out what you have written in Espanol for your poster.
Yeah. Guinea pigs are friendly. She's eating that recently.
Can you start from the top where you have the name of the animal at the very top of your picture there?
Like El Cabello.
Caballo? Can you say
yeah, caballo? Guinea pigs. Why is this here? Guinea pigs are friendly like our classmates. I like them because they're soft and they help me study.
And do you have anything written below that?
Oh yeah, I wrote. Yeah.
Okay.
Los caballos son impacto me gusta los tabos. Pardon and son adorable.
Nice. Can you say los caballos son?
Los caballos son
simpático.
Simpático.
And then me gusta.
Me gusta.
Los caballos.
Los caballos.
And then I think you might mean porque. Porque, so it's an O there.
Porque.
Porque, muy bien. And then can you say están adorable?
Están adorable.
Muy bien. Awesome.
Dad, stop eating this. You're gonna die.
All right. So boys and girls, you can think of some positive feedback or palabras positivas that you can put in the chat box. I know that Gwen said wow, which means wow. And Karina said lindo, which means cute. And if it's a girl guinea pig, we can actually say linda. Linda.
Do I stop sharing screen now?
Sí, you may. Awesome. And I see Violet's joined us now. Hola, Violet. So I'd love you to share your animal mascot poster. Are you listo? Are you ready, Violet?
It's on the chat. Okay, ready? Oh, cute. Oh, kitty.
So, Cynthia, could you please stop your webcam and your mic, por favor? Great. Okay, Violet, so whenever you're ready, you can share your screen or share your webcam, whichever works for your presentation. And also, let's make sure that your mic is turned on in Zoom. Oh, que linda. Look at this kitty. So Violet, can you turn on your mic in Zoom? You may have to scroll your mouse down to the bottom and see that mute button. Because I can't hear you right now. So Violet, do you see that if you could scroll down and at the bottom of your screen, do you have a taskbar that comes up? And you should be able to turn on your mic. And maybe you will have to stop sharing screen if you don't see that, and then share it again. So turn on your mic.
Miss Donovan.
Sí.
Her mic shows on, but it.
Oh.
We can't hear.
That's right. I can't hear you right now. That's Wonder what we can do. Oh, I know what might be the problem. So go back down to the mic button, Violet, and right beside the mic button, there's a little arrow. And sometimes you have to adjust a setting. So if you go down to that mute where you see the microphone, you might have to stop sharing screen again. I'm not totally sure. There we go. So go down to the bottom mute button, and then there's a little arrow right above it. And just make sure that I have it on select a microphone, and then I have it on microphone Realtek high definition audio. It's the very top option there. So I have a check beside it.
I have it on.
Okay, now I can hear you. Great. Muy bien. All right, so I guess you can get started, Violet. Oh, I love the background too. Me gusta los colores. I love the colors in the background. So you want to start reading it out, Violet, from the top?
I can't remember what it is in English.
Cat.
I know, but I don't know anything else.
Oh. What about some of those descriptive words you used? Do you recognize any of those? Why don't you go?
No.
Okay, well, why don't you go ahead and read it out, and then we can talk about the meaning after.
Gatos son muy bonitos. Bonitos e inteligentes. Tengo un gato
Que, that's que.
que
And then try and just pronounce it with the sounds, the letter sounds.
este.
I think that
Color.
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 Bien.
Nera.
So it's naranja, naranja.
Naranja. Claro.
Claro. So gatos son muy bonitos y inteligentes. So you might want to say gatos, which would be like plural, because when you say son muy bonitos, you're saying are very beautiful. So you might want to say gatos son muy bonitos. Cats are very beautiful. E, which would be a Y, but you're right, it does make the sound E. Inteligentes. So cats are very beautiful and intelligent or smart. See. And then tengo un gato. Boys and girls, what does that mean? Tengo un gato.
1-year-old.
Oh, you know what? And you made that connection because we say I have 10 years. Tango means I have, but we also use that for telling how old we are. That's right. Yeah, see, Gwen, I have a cat. Tengo un gato. I have a cat. And then can you just scroll back up? That is orange in color. So que color naranja. And claro can mean clear or bright. So a bright orange. Naranja claro. Muy bien. And is that your cat, Violet? Rebecca says, me gusta all cats. Or you could say, me gusta todas las gatas or todos los gatos. All of the cats. I can show you how to do that. Me gusta todos los gatos. I love all cats. Karina says, buen trabajo. Great job, Violet. Great job. I love it. And can you scroll down and show us the picture of your cat? And did you say that was your cat, Violet?
Yeah.
Aw, he looks so sweet. Is he a nice cat?
Yeah.
Aw, he looks like he's a big cuddle bug too. Nice. Well, buen trabajo. Great job. You can stop sharing your screen if you're finished. Awesome. All right, great job, guys. I loved seeing your mascot posters. I don't have a PowerPoint in 3DU today because we're actually going to be focusing on building, so we don't even need to be in the classroom right now. But you're going to have your animal posters up very soon for the winners. And for those who see.
Sorry to interrupt. Rebecca Lehman Cameron has a good idea. She wants to know if we should revote so it's fair for the others who didn't get to go last time.
Okay, yeah, that's Hannah. Rebecca Lehman is actually Hannah, and that's it's a good thing to do, but I think not for this class because we did spend some time voting last class, and so if you yeah, it's kind of a time thing too for sure, and
Right.
yeah, so but you guys all did excellent. Just because you didn't win the vote doesn't mean your presentation wasn't amazing because really they all were. So muchas gracias for all the effort you put into that. I want to play a little bit of a game with you for about 10 or 10 minutos, so 10 minutes. And we're going to do it's like a little review for Spanish vocabulary de español. It's called category game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a category and you need to write down or type out in like a separate document anything that's fastest or most fast for you to write down all the words you can think of in that category. So boys and girls, would you please get out a pencil and a paper, or you can open up a Word document so you can type out your words, whatever you think works best for you, okay? And when you have completed that task, can you write C in the chat box and let me know that you are ready? Okay, so if your computer is slow, Hannah, you might be better to just get a piece of paper and a pencil. Karina's ready. Muy bien. Gracias, Karina. Luke's ready. Zach's ready. Gwen's ready. ¿Está listo? Hannah's ready. Marty's ready. Muy bien. Just waiting on Shyla and Ryan, Monaco. And there's Ryan's ready. Muy bien. So get a piece of paper and a pencil out, or you can open up a Word document. I just want you to be able to be ready to write down words when I call a category. So I could, maybe I'm going to call los animales. And then if I were to call los animales, that would mean you would write down all the vocabulary words that you know en español, so in Spanish, of animals. So all the animal names that you know, right? But los animales are not going to be the category today. Boys and girls, are we all ready? Is there anyone who's not ready?
Can you start again? I was talking to someone.
Did you get a piece of paper and a pencil, Marty?
Yes.
Okay. Boys and girls, we're going to start. If you're not ready, please let me know. But the first, la primera category es colores, los colores, so the colors.
So do I have to write that down in English?
In Spanish.
Okay.
Only Spanish words, you guys. What are all the colors you remember? And go. And that's okay if you don't know a lot. See, Gwen, write it on the piece of paper, por favor. It's actually spelled gris, like with the S at the end. And I'm going to give you about 15 seconds. That's okay if you spell them wrong. Y quédate, and stop. So count up your numbers. How many words did you find? And I would love to get 1 or 2 volunteers to read out their words. If you would like to read out your words, you can volunteer.
Okay. I got.
Oh, who's that, Marty?
Yeah.
Marty, would you like to volunteer?
Sure.
Okay, type in the chat box what your number is first, and we'll see who has the highest number for that one.
I'm a slow writer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's hard to write too. So if it's easier for you to type, that might be better. I'm not sure. So far Hannah got 7. Looks like 7's the most. And yeah. Okay, Marty, why don't you go ahead and read out what you have?
Okay. I have azul, rojo, verde, anaranjado, and cafe.
Café. Muy bien.
That's all I had time to write.
And naranja can be orange. Naranja. And then sometimes they add an A and say a naranja, but whatever is easier. They're both meaning orange. Karina, oh, that's great. Would you like to read out some of the ones that you got? Zach got 7 too. Muy bien. Karina, why don't you go ahead and read some out?
The ones that I read a while ago.
Whatever you have in front of you right now.
Rosado, rojo, naranjado, amarillo, verde, azul, morado, negro,
Negro.
negro,
Muy bien.
café, blanco, and gray.
Muy bien. Remember, whenever we see the A, it always makes the A. So things like morado or azul. And when we see a Z, it actually makes the S sound. So we can say azul.
Those were the ones from a couple days ago.
Oh, nice. Nice job, guys. I think the highest number we got was 7 from Hannah and Zach. So let's do another category. I want to know what you guys know for remember at the very beginning of our class in September, we learned about greetings. So nice, polite things to say to people when you're first talking to them in conversation. And I'm open to different kinds of words for that. So all of the greetings or saludos that we had learned. Go! Good, Hannah. So you can go ahead and type those out on the computer. If you wanted to send it in a big message and not press enter, you can just put it in the chat box so you have it all written down. All the greetings. Give you about 30 more seconds. Okay, E, stop. When I say E, it means and stop. Count up your numbers, and I would love for, maybe Hannah can share this time. Gwen got 3, Violet got 2, Hannah got 7 again. Zach 1, and then your brain went blank. Okay, good, it's good. A little bit of a challenging review game then, hey? And Ryan got 1. Karina got 8. Nice. Charlotte got 5. Awesome. Hannah, why don't you go ahead and...
I got 5 again.
Oh, and Marty got 5 again. I'd love for Hannah to read hers out and then Shyla to read hers out.
Okay. I got hola, ciao, buenos tardes, buenos noches, buenos días, and bien. ¿Cómo está?
Bien. And the first one you got was hola, right?
Mhm.
Remember that the H is silent, so it's like it's not even
Yeah.
there. So you just say hola.
Okay.
Can you say hola?
Hola.
Bien, gracias. And Shyla, what about you? What did you get?
Hola, buenos días, buenas noches. Oh, whoops, that's only 3. I put 2 words, a whole bunch of words together.
Nice. Ryan, what did you get?
Buenos dias.
Buenos días. Nice job. Violet, you want to say those ones out loud?
Hola. Adios.
Bien. What about Zach? What did you get?
Hola.
Pardon.
See.
So, you know the song called like Hello?
Hola. I don't know. Is it
Well, it's like okay. Well, I heard it and it was in Spanish. And instead of saying hola, it said like kitain or something.
oh,
What does that mean?
was it ¿Qué tal?
Maybe.
If it was ¿Qué tal? That means I'll just type it in the chat box here, and that means what's up. That's like a informal kind of like a friend thing that you could say to a friend. Hey, ¿Qué tal? How's it going? What's going on? Kind of thing.
Oh.
It's like what's up. You know, it's a little bit informal, but you hear that a lot as well. Gwen, I'd
Okay.
love for you to read out yours.
I got hola, buenos días, and buenos noches.
Nice. Can you say buenas noches?
Buenas noches.
Excelente. Karina, where is Thumpkin? I think that's a song. Oh, I'm not sure what song that was. Gracias, Gwen. All right, I have seen that. Our friend Enkar has joined our Zoom meeting room, and he's here to help us learn to build today. So I know that there are about 2 or 3 of you in the class that have already had experience with building, and that's great. I'd still love for you to listen in because you may learn something new today. And so, yeah, so Hannah hasn't learned yet, so it's going to be new to a lot of you, and that's just great. So, hola, Enkar, how are you?
Hi, I'm here. Yes, I'm doing well, thank you. Kind of cold and rainy here, but that's fall.
Cold and rainy, yeah. So you get to spend some time inside then?
Oh, I spend most of my time inside. I'm an old retired guy. I don't have a lot to do outside anymore.
It's raining a lot here too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So whenever you're ready, we can jump into 3DU here. We've just been playing on the Zoom meeting right now, but if everyone could load up into 3DU, and where would be a good place to meet, Enkar?
Well, if you want to do like we did yesterday, if you want to join me yourself, and then your students can join you.
Right, so if you have the tab box open, Chicos, it'll come up on the left-hand side, and you can find in your contacts Enkar. And if you don't have him, which I hope you do, but you can always just ask to join me too, because I'm going to join Enkar. And if you don't have Enkar as your contact, once you see his avatar, please make sure that you do right-click on him and add him on your contact list.
Yeah, I'm the tech support guy here for 3DU. So if you've got issues, you got problems, you got questions, building questions, anything about 3DU. Now, I can't help you with your lessons in your classes. I don't know what each teacher assigns, but I can help you with anything going on in 3DU. And if you got me in your contacts, you can right click my name and send me a telegram. I don't always answer right away because, like right now, I'm teaching in another class. And if anybody telegram me now, I have to tell them I'm busy, but I'll get back to you.
Enkar.
Yeah.
I really like your cat in the microwave thing. When you
cat?
talk, it's just like a picture of like, don't worry, I'm from tech support.
Oh, yeah, that's a picture of a cat inside of a computer case. That's not a microwave. That's a computer case.
Oh, I like it though.
Yeah, if you double click on my picture up top, it'll show up at the bottom and you'll see it. It's actually a computer case. I know some guy caught his cat playing around inside his computer with his side off and he took a picture.
That's funny.
Okay. So
I can't hear anyone.
Neither can I.
whoops, sorry
I can
about that.
hear
I was on mute. I was sitting here talking away. So here we are, and this is a class for people who have never tried building before, because I'm going to be teaching you just the basics, but you'll find later on that it's about 90% of building. Sounds like a lot, but it's really just a few steps. I'm going to teach you how to right click, select an object, and then duplicate that object, just make a copy of it, and then use the arrow keys on the little pop-up box to move it around and place it where you want. And then I'm going to teach you how to change your duplicates into the objects you want. And that's 90% of building. You just do that over and over when you build. You duplicate something, you make it into the object you want, you move it and put it where you want. So I'm going to start out just by demonstrating, by sharing my screen, what would do here. And by the way, if you lose me or if you can't hear me anymore, the full instructions of what I'm going to tell you are on those pictures all along the back there. Step 1, step 2, step 3, 4, 5, all those along the back. If you go up to the picture, it says right in that picture how to start and get started doing what you need to do. But I'm going to demonstrate it for you here just so you can see what it looks like on the interface here at 3DU.
And this
So hang on.
to save a teleport to, wouldn't it?
Yes, if you want to. Yeah, this is a good place. Actually, I would actually recommend saving a teleport to the main building school in Medieval World. And you just enter Medieval World, and there's a sign there you click that says teleport to the building school. This is sort of an abbreviated version of the building school. It's got all the information as far as all the different commands and stuff, but it doesn't have all the little outside demos that show how to do the most common types of commands and that kind of stuff. But either way, though, this is where you would learn to build, whether you're at the main one or not. So I'm going to start, and this is how you're going to get started. Let's see here. I've got to find my share. Click share. Okay, now you're seeing my screen. Now you start out by right-clicking an object. Now I just right-clicked on it, and you see right here, you can left-click and hold and kind of move this box around a little bit if it's in your way. Just don't move it over one of these here, because it'll get docked to the side. So keep it out here somewhere. So you right-click an object, and you get this box. And this box tells you about this object. For instance, its name, because every object has its own unique name. This is the model name of this water cooler, BS-W Cool 1. So now you want to duplicate it because you're not going to be able to use the original sitting there. So you go up to the top toolbar, and you see that button third from the left called duplicate. You click on it once. You just have to click on it once. There, I just clicked on it. Now you see that the yellow lines move because my copy is behind the original. So I'm going to use these buttons here to move it. This moves it back. That moves it forward, left, right, up, down. I'm going to move it forward. So it's the second button over from duplicate. And I'll move it, just a few clicks, 4, 5, 6 clicks. And you see my copy is moving. And I've still got it selected. Now I'm just going to close the box. And there you go. You simply right click. You click duplicate. You move it out a few clicks. And then close the box. And that's how you duplicate an object. Now, to move it around, well, you already know how to move it forward. I can move it back too. I can move it left. I can move it right. I can move it up and down. And these next 6 rotate the object around the X, the Y, and the Z arrows, these 3 different directions for 3D. So let's say I want to spin it around so I see another side of it. That would be the Y axis. These 2 in the middle rotate it around the Y. And if you put your mouse cursor on it, it tells you which axis it is. X, that's the X. This is the Y, and this is the Z. So I'm going to rotate it. Just click it a few times. 1, 2, 3. There, you see, I can rotate it around that way. Or I can tilt it with the X. I can tilt it the other direction with the Z. And if for some reason your copy gets all messed up and you've got it messed up like this, you can always use this button to reset it. And it's all straight again. So that's how you move your object around, by clicking those buttons along the top. Now, you're starting out to build and you've duplicated an object and you got it on your lot. You're probably not going to want a water cooler. You're going to want to change it to, let's say a sign first to put on your lot. So here's your duplicate, and you right click on it. And then you go up to where it says model, and we're going to change this name because you can change this. This is a text box that you can change. And I happen to know the name of a sign object that we can use. So I'm going to just swipe it and then just type over the top of it the name sign 1. And now I'm just going to close the box. And now my water cooler has changed into a sign. No space between sign and 1. It should say sign 1. So if you've made a water cooler and you can find it, because you can't change anybody else's, but you can change yours, try changing it to sign 1 by just clearing out the model name and putting in sign 1. I'll quit sharing now so it's easier to see 3DU.
Does anybody have any questions about that?
Yeah. Could I try to turn my water cooler into a dragon?
Well, for now, just go ahead and change it to a sign 1 because we're just doing this as a lesson to learn. You can change. You can put a dragon later, when you're doing your building. But just for now, just to keep it
done
simple. Yeah. So how's everybody doing? I see a lot of those little red tags in the ground, which means, yeah, you have to make sure that you type in. You have to spell sign correctly. It's SIGN1, and I just typed it in chat. That's what it has to be. The reason why some of those are not showing up is because you've got a name that doesn't exist in there. So find the one that yours that you did that's not spelled right. Like Gwyneth, you can change yours to sign 1 with no space in the middle. Yeah, there you go. There's one. You just have to right click on the little red box in the ground, whichever one is yours. Yeah. Some of you aren't spelling it right. A lot of them you're spelling it SIGN or SING or something. You have to make sure it's SIGN1, no spaces.
Do you have a question, Gwen?
There is a sign 2, yes, but just for now, let's just do sign 1 so I can keep track of who's getting it.
There's a sign 10 that turns into a mailbox.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but we're just doing. Let's just try and do sign 1 for the moment, just for this lesson. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of those red signs, which means they're not being spelled properly. A lot of those are saying sing 1 with a space. You got to make sure it's sign 1 with no space.
Ankar.
Yes.
Whenever I try to change a sign, when I close the thing and I've
finished writing it properly, it goes back to originally how it was.
Okay, that usually means you're not right-clicking an object that you duplicated. You're probably clicking somebody else's, and you can't change other people's objects. You can only change yours.
Okay.
So if you're not sure, right-click on one that you think is yours, and if you look down at the bottom of that pop-up box, it'll give the name of the person who made that object. It says right down at the bottom. So look for the one with your name, and then you can change it. No problem. Yeah, this is digital technology, and if you don't know a lot about digital technology, it's very unforgiving. You can't really survive if you make spelling mistakes or typos. They have to be typed in properly. So the best thing to do when you're trying to change something that you duplicated into a different object is to right click the object you want if you see it somewhere else and just highlight and copy its model name. And then you can just paste it in, and then you won't have any spelling errors or anything like that. So how's everybody doing? Is there anybody else that would like me to quickly maybe demo that one more time, how to duplicate an object and move it and change it? Or is everybody cool now? Because I can do it again. We got time.
And this is the basics of building, guys. So whatever you want to make, you're going to go through these exact steps. Isn't that right, Enkar?
Oh yeah, anytime you're building, no matter all the other extra things that you can learn to do and add and all that kind of stuff, you always have to start by duplicating an object, moving it out somewhere, and then making it into the object you want if that's not the object you duplicated. You know, you always got to do that first, and then after that, you add all the other stuff, the other 10%. Excuse me. Kind of froggy in my throat today, cold and wet.
And Hannah, how's that working for you?
When I click on one of those water jugs, I haven't made a sign yet, and it just when I press sign 1 and then press X, it just stays as a water jug.
Well, it's possible that you might not be right-clicking the object that you made. You might be right-clicking somebody else's. Because if you try to change somebody, if you look at the bottom of that pop-up box, when you right-click, it gives the name of the person who duplicated it. So if it's not your name at the bottom, then that's not your object, and you can't change other people's objects. Just your own. Yeah, no problem. Just so you guys know, it took me quite a while to learn to build and get the knack of this. So please don't worry if you can't figure it out or if you want to ask questions. Yeah, whoever's making houses here, I'm deleting them because that takes up way too much space in this building.
Guys. Where are the names again? I'm not seeing any.
If you right click and then at that box up at the top that says model, and right next to it, that's the name of the object that you've right clicked.
Okay.
That's where the name is. Another thing to do too, and I forgot to say this yesterday, probably your building that you're going to be doing on your lot in HC Spanish World is probably going to be mostly adding things to the house and the yard and not really constructing a building on its own. And so you'll be moving like little objects like lamps on tables and plates and on the tables and other little small things. Sometimes when you click those arrows, it goes too far. You don't want it to go quite that far. You need it to go a smaller distance. If you want it to go a smaller distance when you click it, when you right click the object, just hold down your shift key while you're clicking the arrow button to move it, and it only moves just a few centimeters at a time. So, like I said, a lot of times a full click is a lot of times too far. So if you want it to go a shorter distance, just hold down shift while you're clicking, and it'll just go a little bit at a time. I forgot to say that yesterday.
How's everybody doing? Does anybody have any questions about that or having any issues? Sounds good. When there's silence, sounds like you guys are busy.
Yeah, yeah. It's a mystery until you try it. And once you try it a lot, most people just feel, oh, it's not so hard. I just have to right click and click duplicate, use the arrows to move it, change the model name, blah, blah, blah.
So if there's no
everything.
questions, maybe we can check out that object yard that has all of our different items. I think that would be cool.
Yes. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to show you now where you can go shopping for objects. Because how do you know what objects are unless you just look around where you're standing? There's a fence and some houses, trees and stuff, but that's not all of our objects. So let's go to the sort of the shopping mall of building. It's our object yard. Now, a quick way to get to the object yard is if your well, you've probably been doing classes, so your web window is not on this world right now. So I'm just going to go ahead. Make sure you've all clicked me, right-clicked me, and got me in your contacts. And I will teleport to the object yard, and then you can all join me. Let's see here.
I have object yard on my teleports.
Oh, okay. You found it then. Good.
I saved a teleport.
Yeah, good job. Okay. Okay, I'm going there now. So if you guys want to just start joining me. Excuse me. Yeah. Now, if this is pretty much the first time you've come into this area here, go up to the top toolbar and click visibility and make sure you have it set to really low. Just maybe 40 meters is all you really need. It should not be on float. And the reason why is float takes in as much as possible, and you don't need to take in as much as possible here because there are thousands and thousands and thousands of objects that you may not even want to look at, and they're gonna download them if you've got your visibility really high. So make sure that it's about 40 meters on visibility.
How do you do that again?
Up in the top toolbar where it says File, Teleport, View, Options, all along there.
Oh wait, I see it. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now you can see here that this wall has a bunch of, I'm going to use my laser, has a bunch of big red signs and a couple of green ones. That's because they're brand new this year, some new stuff I put in. But these signs are areas where our objects have been sorted into what they call for. For instance, if you're looking for a lamp, you click the sign here that says lamps, and you will teleport to the area in here that has all of our lamps laid out for you. And all you have to do, if you want an object in here to use on your lot, you do just like you do when you're trying to duplicate. You right click on that object, but this time you're not going to duplicate it. You're just going to highlight its model name and right click and copy that model name. And then you've got the name of that new object that you want to use in your clipboard. Then you can go back to your lot and duplicate an object and then paste that new model name into that new duplicate that you just made. So, a lot of new builders ask me, well, how do I get an object from the object yard over to my lot? Well, you don't actually take the object itself. You just find it. Once you find it, find what you're looking for, you just right click on it and it shows you the box and the name, the model name. Just copy that model name, highlight it, and copy the name of the model name of that object. And then you can duplicate something on your lot and paste that new name into it, and you've got the object on your lot.
And Enkar, you had said that it might be a good idea to save all those model names in maybe like a Word document, so you just have them at your easy access and not have to find the objects every time.
Yeah. Just create a new text document on your desktop, and then that way, when you come to look for objects in the object yard, if you see more than one, Let's say you're looking for a lamp, but then you see a couple of cool rugs and a chair and all that kind of stuff. Instead of right clicking it and copying it and then going back and forth for each object to your lot and back, just open up a new text document on your desktop and just paste in, go around and copy the names of all objects you want to take over there, paste them into that text document you got. Then you just have to teleport once and then back once, and you got all those names on the text document. You start duplicating on your lot and putting those new names in your duplicates, and you got all of them on there. And it'll save you so many teleport trips back and forth.
Yeah, lots of time will be saved.
Excuse me, how do you get it to your home again?
When you find an object that you like in the object yard,
Yeah.
you just right click on that object and then use your mouse cursor to highlight and then copy the model name of that new object that you want.
Okay.
Then when you have it copied, then you can go back to your lot and duplicate something, just any old object, put it on your lot, and then paste that new model name into that duplicate, and it becomes the new, just like when you change your water cooler to a sign.
Yeah,
You put a
okay.
new name in and bang. So you don't actually take the object itself with you, but you take its name. You copy its name. And paste
Okay, thank you.
You betcha. So that's essentially it, guys. That's 90% of building. The other 10% is just the bells and whistles and the window dressing and other things you do once you're done building anyway. And you're not really going to be doing major building construction work on your lots in Spanish. You're going to be decorating your suburban lot with your already supplied house right on the lot, and you'll be just placing objects. So
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I have a question. When you're right clicking on an object, when I was right clicking like before in Spanish World, it would let me make a duplicate, but I right clicked on the fountain and all of those buttons were all gray and I couldn't change the name.
yeah, you cannot duplicate an object here in the object yard, but you can still right click on it and get that pop-up box. And even though everything's gray on it, you can still highlight the model name and copy it.
Okay.
And that's how you do it. You're actually just copying the name of the object, not trying to duplicate it right there, but you take that name to your lot, wherever your lot is, and duplicate something there where you can build and then paste the new name in.
I have a question.
Hmm?
Where is our lot going to be?
That's the next thing we're going to do. I was going to teleport back after everybody has all their questions about object yard taken care of. I'm going to go back to the school, the building school in Spanish World. And then we're going to walk down that street there, and there's a whole bunch of vacant house lots ready for somebody to adopt.
See, and you're going to use your lot for homework this week.
Yay!
Yep. So does anybody else have anything they want to know about how to use the object yard, how to copy a model name and take it back to your lot, paste it into a duplicate on your lot? Everybody cool?
We are so cool.
You don't think so? You don't think so, Hannah? You're not straight on anything yet?
I don't have any more questions.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'm going to teleport back then. And here's a quick way to get back to the last place you were without having to look up a teleport. Go up to the top toolbar where it says File, Teleport View, Options, blah, blah, blah. Click on Teleport. And then you see the two top words. One says forward, one says back. Back should be black. And if you click it, you'll go back to the place that you teleport from before.
Marty, can you turn off your mic, please?
That's just what I did. I clicked the back on teleport, and now I'm back standing at the school. That's a really cool, quick way to get back and forth to places without having to search for the teleport every time if you've already been there. It's sort of like the forward and back button on your web browser. You know, you can click that back button to go to the page you were on previously, And that's the way that works in the teleport. You teleport you back to your previous spot. So here we are. Now this street here is a new street, a new neighborhood, and it's just right outside here where the school is. And you just keep going down this street, and you'll see that there'll be all these available lots with a house. Now you have to use the house that's there. We can't allow you to make your own copy of the house, and that's a specific reason, not because we're being mean, but because there's a huge problem of when a builder is building inside of these houses. It's very, very easy to, by mistake, actually right click on the house instead of maybe something you're trying to right click in the house, another object, and you can end up moving your house or twisting it out of whack. And then everything you put in your house is now in the walls or outside the walls, and it's all messed up. And it happens so frequently that I just finally decided I will put the houses in under my account. That way, if you inadvertently right click and maybe click a button that would have twisted it, it won't move because it's not your object. So it'll stay in place. Believe me, guys, you wouldn't believe how many headaches that caused the first year we tried to do this, and the students were putting their own houses in. Every day I was getting telegrams saying, help, my house is all twisted out of shape. Oh, all my objects are outside the house. It went on and on for the whole year. And I finally just told Mr. Holden, I'm taking out these houses and put them in myself. And then that way they can't be knocked out of whack. Anyway, that's a long explanation as to why I do it that way. But all you have to do is find a house that has a sign in front that says En Venta, for sale, I believe that is correct. For sale, yeah.
See, you're correct, Enkar.
And if it's an empty lot with just a house and the sign, I'm not sure what happened with this sign. Somebody took Inventa out of this one. Huh. But you can right click on that sign. If it says Inventa, yeah.
The one that I'm in front of doesn't say anything on it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Somebody must have taken the Invent out because I don't think anybody's put any objects in this house or anything. So I think you can claim it. If that's the house you want, you can claim that. Okay. So just right click on that sign in the front lawn, and you see there's a box there right under model that says description. Just type your name in that box that says description. And then when you close the box, your name will be on the sign. And you can do that on any lot that says Inventa. You can just type over Inventa in the model box and put your name, or in the description box and put your name in instead. And then that's your claim. That's your house.
Excuse me. If I go to teleport and click it, there's a button that says make this my home.
That is for if you want to change the spot where you first show up when you first log in. That's what your home is. So if you don't like where you're landing when you first log into 3DU every day, you can find a place that you like to be when you first land and just click make this my home, and then you'll land there every time.
Chicos, it might be a good idea also, well, it is a good idea to save a teleport to your house so you can easily get there.
Oh yeah, that's very important because I don't know where you got your guys' houses are. I'm not saving a teleport to every one of these. I think there's 160 lots in here, so it's just not feasible for me to go around and do. So don't forget to save a teleport in front of your house or in your front lawn so you can find it again.
So we have about 2 more minutes of class left. Does anybody have any questions for Enkar or I?
I do.
Go ahead, Monaco.
So at my house, I can't really get into it because I don't know, but there's no stairs at the stair step, so I can't really get in.
Press 0 to jump.
Oh.
Yeah, you can press 0 to jump. That's 0 in your number pad on the right. Or there is a ramp piece that goes with all these houses that you can put in front of that first big step that you can't get up. And that ramp object is in the building school down where we did our little lesson today, just down the road. You walk into that building, and from this side, just turn left. And down at the end of that, here, I'll go down there and show you. I'll just fly down there and show you. We'll go down to the big purple building here, Escuela, and then go inside and turn left. And down here are the special doors and the ramps and the ramp that goes with this set of houses that we're using down there. You can join me if you want. I'm there now if you want to see. But you can see here's the ramp. This is an object. Just right click on it. Right click on it and copy its model name. Then go back to your lot and maybe copy the sign in front. Duplicate the sign and then paste the Lodum ramp name in the duplicate, and then you got a ramp in front of your house. You'll have to move it. You'll have to creep it up to the edge, but it'll be there.
I can't copy it.
You can't copy it.
No.
You right click on it and then you highlight the model name with your cursor.
Okay.
By swiping it and then right click that highlight and choose copy.
Okay.
Then you've got the model name copied.
Wait,
and then,
how do we do it? I'm learning how to I'm just learning how to use a computer, so I don't really know these things.
Okay. Well, you right click on the object so you get the box to pop up. Now you see up in the top where it says model?
Yep.
And right next to it, it says Lodum ramp. Well, if you right click the ramp, whatever.
Yeah, I did. And it says Lodum ramp.
Okay. Do you have a Windows computer or a Mac?
I have a PC.
Okay, you have a Windows. So take your mouse cursor and just do a left click in front of the P and hold it down.
What are you doing?
Hold it down and then just swipe it all the way across
the
Word until it turns blue because it's highlighted. And then right click the blue part.
Okay.
And then choose copy.
Okay.
Now what you've done is you've copied the model name. Then you can go back to your lot and then duplicate the sign in your front lawn and then paste that Lodum ramp name into the model name of your duplicate ramp or your duplicate sign. And you'll
have
Yep.
Thank you.
Mis amigos, can I just interrupt for a sec? It's 2:32, so for those of you who need to go, you're totally dismissed. And check for a homework email. I'm going to send you your homework in an email later today. And then for those of you who have a couple questions, you can hang out for a bit. Nkar, if you're feeling finished, you're dismissed as well.
It's okay. I'm not in any hurry.
Okay,
I don't have anything.
And boys and girls, what do you say to Nkar for giving us an awesome lesson today?
Thank you.
Thank
you.
You're all welcome.
Thank you.
What's your question, Karina?
Gracias.
Did you have a question?
It is. How do you make your stuff like cars and stuff so you can ride them in furniture so you can sit on them?
Oh, make them into movers? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I can't really teach that. Movers are probably the most complicated thing that we do in here, and they're really kind of messy. But if you want a car, like a vehicle, to be made into a mover, just use the object yard and look for the button for the area for the vehicles and the cars and teleport there and find a car that you like, an object, and right click and copy its model name, and then put a copy of that in your driveway and send me a telegram and I'll come over and program it to be a mover for you. It's just that it's impossible for me to sit here and try to explain how to do movers in a minute or two. It takes almost 2 classes in my building class, my art class, to teach how to do that. So I can't really do it here, but I can do it for you. No problem.
Okay.
I have a question.